Okay, y'all out there in Facebook and YouTube land, here's the second boring installment of me, but get used to it, I'm still here. Okay. I recorded a video before this, but the video I got way off track. I got sidelined because my screen went blank. So this is another video that I had to make to replace that one because I got Twitter pated. Okay. First off, I may as well go on the rant about Obama again. For those of you who are political minded, deeply or not, I am an independent. You may be Democrat, you may be Republican. I don't care which one you are. I really don't. For me, it's coming up with a good idea. It doesn't matter if it's Republican or Democrat. I don't care if it's bipartisan or anti-bipartisan. Or bipartisan or just partisan. Let's put it that way. I think it's the way it's supposed to be anyway. Now, for all of you who are anti-Obama or think Obama's a lame duck president, all this other crap. Let's go over this. Let's go over these few points that I've been ailingly aware of. Okay, let me just screen so you can see my hand. Okay, number one, he has made executive orders, ergo bypassing things that Congress can't make up its mind about. Two, he has bullied congressmen. And that's only for the ones who are lame duck, who are holding out for the better good. He's done that. Three, he's threatened the entire government and other nations. And if you really want to call him lame duck for doing all those things, I'd like to mention one more president who did the exact same thing. And his name was Roosevelt. Roosevelt did the exact, to the letter, same thing. Now, beknownst to a lot of people who are against Obama for those reasons, beware of it or not, you're actually being kind of racist about it, because if he was white, would you care? Hell no. And for those of you who just don't like him because he's a Democrat, well, you need to learn to open your mind a little bit. You can't have a perfect solution from one side all the time. The Republicans aren't always going to get right, neither are the Democrats. I'm not saying the independents are either. But more independents that I know of are into finding the best solution using whatever means possible. If you take a splinter of an idea from Democrats and a splinter of an idea from Republicans, join the two, you can make a chain. But a lot of politicians want it to be a one-sided partisan effort, so they can claim responsibility for having saved this and saved that. Now, I know a lot of you think, some of you think that Democrats are the best best presidents. Some of you think that Republicans are the best presidents. My opinion is that so far, I was raised Republican. I changed to independent when I saw the Tea Party coming up. I don't like the Tea Party. I don't care that other people like it, but just don't try to shove it down my throat. Because I don't really care what the Tea Party says, because for the better part of them, they're extremists. They're political extremists. Most of them are pro-union, pro all this other crap that I'm against. And I really don't feel the need to justify my opinion, but then again, I'm not making you justify yours, so I really don't see how that's unfair. The only thing I will say is, from quite a few of you, not just one, but several of you, have said that when I've asked you that Clinton was the best president we've had because your family was able to actually move into a house and have food. If Clinton if Clinton, who enabled millions of people to be laid off, not hundreds, not thousands, millions of people to be laid off, and they laid off like 3/4 of the people that were working here, and those people couldn't survive, and it trickled down, and your family managed to finally get up out of a rut. It makes me wonder. I mean, if Clinton was so great, then why didn't you get? Why aren't some of you living way better lives than you are now? I already know the answer to that, but I'm just asking you. I'm not indicting any one particular person. I personally think Obama's the best president we've had so far in my lifetime. The best president we've ever had, in my opinion, is Abraham Lincoln. Ever. Period. The end. A lot of people would agree with me on that, but I just recently heard a few friends of mine reposted videos of this guy Cruz, I think his name is, talking about how if Republicans passed this one bill that Lorne Michaels would be guilty and be in prison because he's the director of Saturday Night Live or whatever. In that case, every movie ever made where a president even looks bad in, the person who played him, as well as the director and the scriptwriter or screenwriter, would be in prison too. Presidents don't always have to be this strong, Arnold wannabe guy who's, you will do what I say. And there is no exception. We'd love him to be that guy, but he isn't always that guy. Period. Now, with the exception of a few of you, I honestly think that some of you are on the right track and some of you are on the wrong track. Just like when I see the Brownback commercials for Stan Brownback, I want to vomit. The ones that are for him saying, "Oh, well, we only had $817 in the bank, and the sun is shining in Kansas, and don't let anybody tell you any different." I'm going to tell you different. If you paid attention to news stories the last 4 years, yes, he passed massive spending budgets for schools. Then when the schools were actually going to use them, cut them off. They weren't able to use it. So not only did he set the bar high, he cut the bench up from under kids so they couldn't even reach the bar. So what good is it to do that? And everybody who's behind Sam Brownback, you're either old or crazy. I honestly believe you are crazy if you're backing Sam Brownback. And for anybody voting for him, you must be insane. I realize some of you are hardcore Democrat, some of you are hardcore Republican. Vote for the best person, not just because they're a part of your party. Because I've noticed some Democrats that are pieces of crap. I know a lot of Republicans who fit that bill right now. Why don't you pick the best person for the job, the person who's got a track record of actually trying to do something, instead of a lot of these lame duck people in Congress? Well, I vote to block this. Why? You can't even put it to a vote? Are you that stupid? If you don't vote, if you don't try to pass something, why the hell are you there? You're there to represent the people, not sit there and wait like a bunch of Jews waiting for the Nazis to catch up with you. And yes, the differences between them are far and few between. Right now, with everything that Congress is doing towards passing laws and votes and everything like that, it's like they're trying to wait for somebody else to come in and take over. Stop waiting. Vote. Have an opinion. You didn't get voted in because you're a limp noodle. Your constituency wants you to represent them, not to just hope that somebody else comes along and starts the fire. Start the damn fire. Make a choice. Make a decision. If your constituency doesn't like it, let them vote you out or throw you out. It just means you made a mistake. You can make mistakes. You're human. Making mistakes just means you can, obviously means if you do it right, you can learn from the mistake, not just fail. But as of this point, I'm going to let you all guys go because I'm probably going to start a firestorm with that debate, but I don't care. It needs to be done. People in Congress, people who we elect, need to start making decisions. If they need to make decisions based on what they need to do for the betterment of the people, then that's what they need to do. If they don't do that, and they're making a choice based on personal preference, Why are they in office? You're voting for more than one person. If you're in Congress, you're voting for hundreds of thousands of people. Maybe tens of thousands in the case of Boehner. Boehner's got a really small constituency, and yet he has control of a chokehold on the Republican Party, which not even Republicans really like him. But I'm going to get off of here. I digress. I got to go post these videos. So have fun and stay insane.